Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode here on African Confessions. The following story that you're going to be listening to, it comes from a translation of a message that I received, and the translation reads like this. Hello, Brother Nanshi, how are you? Can you please post my own story as hidden identity? I am a Zimbabwean woman who sells sneakers here in Harare in the CBD, and me and my friends, we used to stay there in South Africa. But what made me and my friends to leave South Africa, it was because we were working. But at the end of the day, you will see that indeed you are working, but there is nothing that you are doing with your life. I was working as a maid, and my husband as well was just doing some piece jobs. And then each and every month, when we would have gotten our salary, when we would put our money on the table, all the money, we'll just use it to buy rent, to buy food, send the money back home. Then at the end of the day, it was just a never-ending cycle of just working for food and not even developing your life at all. And we could see that those that had remained back in Zim, they were able to build houses, to buy cars. Their lives that they were living, it was far much better. And that is the truth, Brother Nanshi. Most of the people from our country that are still stuck in South Africa, it's not like they are getting really a good salary, but it is just that at least for them, they say when you get your salary, you buy food, you do not starve to death. Maybe that is what makes them to keep on working in South Africa, but they should rethink about it. At least try to save some money and come and start a business here back home like we did, like me and my friends. What we did was not a bad thing, but the problem that I am facing is that I live a life without luck at all. And this has been happening in my life like from a very long time ago. Me and my friends, what we were doing, we were playing this stokvel. Each and every month, we would give one person money so that the person can start whatever business that they wanted to start. So there was one of our friend whom I'll call Ropa. She was the first one who returned back to Zim after we had given her some money, and then she had her brother who was driving a bus that went from Zim to Tanzania, and this bus was the one that she used to go and buy some stuff, and she started selling some stuff. Within a very short period of time, she was like making money. She had deposited even a car, someone who used to struggle a lot when she was still back in South Africa, and she gave us the energy to leave South Africa to return back home. I am a 43-year-old woman. I have 4 kids, and I had them with different men. Out there are people who are going to say that, so it means that you are someone who just loves sleeping around. But no, because of the bad luck, whenever I entered into a relationship, into a marriage, that man will pretend as if he loves me, but at the end of the day, the man will just start to treat me really bad, especially after I would have given that man a child. So I still had that belief that maybe if you give a man a child, that man will love you like no man's business, but I was wrong. So me and my current husband, this man, I have not yet given him a child yet. I'm still waiting. I want to see what he is like. And then when we returned back, I started selling sneakers here in Harare, thinking that it was going to change my life, but it is not working out at all. We make money, but it does not work. We have tried everything in life. I have tried to go and even sell these sneakers to illegal gold miners, just like what people do, and then they become rich almost overnight because those people, they really buy, but it does not work at all. Selling clothes, working, but still it does not even help. I have gone to different churches, praying in apostolic churches, going to Pentecostal churches, but nothing that I do ever succeeds. Even when I try to save money, it just disappears with nothing to show for it. Someone once told me that God loves me, just be patient and wait for his time. But I feel like God does not love me at all. So my friend, she has this snake that gives her money, and she revealed this snake to me. I have a friend, like I told you, whom I'll call Ropa, and she had left us in South Africa. She came and she started working. And when we came to Zim, Brother Nashi, all of my friends, they have left me behind in life. So me and Ropa, we have a strong bond. We grew up suffering together. Our moms, they used to sell vegetables at the market together. And her family was worse because they stayed in a one single room with her brothers, her siblings, as well as her mother and dad. They had just divided the room with a curtain. They could not even afford to rent 2 rooms. But suddenly, her life started changing. In 6 months, she had a car. She had a flat in Borodal, a very expensive neighborhood in Harare. She also have her boutiques, her wig businesses. I thought that she had found a rich husband, but she told me the truth, and she said that no, it is not about blessers, but she said she was willing to help me, and if I wanted, she was going to show it to me. And then there was this other day when she called me to her place. I won't lie to you, by the time that she called me to her place, I was ready for anything, because even though I am really good at running a business, I do buy high quality sneakers from Messina, from Zambia, Mozambique. I try by all means, but still it does not work. It does not matter how much money I'll be having, but when I have this money, it will be problems after problems. And when I would have gotten this money, and after spending this money, I'll have nothing to show for it. It's just like bad luck after bad luck. There was even one time when this other bus driver, when we were in Tanzania, he asked me if I had killed a person before because of all the bad lucks that I was facing. This was when we had taken a particular trip. We wanted to go to Tanzania so that at least we can go and buy some stuff that we wanted to resell in Zim. So when we were still at the bus station here in Harare, that was when I just felt thirsty. I went out. I wanted to buy a frozen fruit juice. And whilst I was buying that, that was when one person started stealing my money and people saw it. And then I ran back into the bus. Again, when we were in Zambia, Lusaka, the same thing happened until I had other Zambians screaming, "Unobirwa." And when I looked, I saw that there were people that were busy stealing from me. And again, when we were in Tanzania, then there was this other man who came and just robbed me, such that even the bus driver asked me if I had ever killed someone in my life. The spirit of that person maybe was angry at me. That was why I was facing all of these bad lucks, for my life does not progress at all. There was even one time when me and my husband, when we saw that we were unable to raise the money so that we can buy a house, we said, since we cannot afford, is it not better that we just join a housing cooperative? So we joined a housing cooperative, and something bad happens. Like always, whenever we try to join an organization, something bad will be bound to happen. After we had joined that housing cooperative, that was when the housing cooperative said that they wanted to return all the money to all the people who had joined that housing cooperative, including me and my husband. We were given our money. So after we had been given our money, after a couple of days, then that housing cooperative decided that people were supposed to rejoin again. But there is something that happened, and we could not receive those SMSs that the housing cooperative had sent to each and every person who had joined that housing cooperative. And unfortunately, that is how we lost out on that opportunity. So one day, Ropa, my friend, called me to her house for lunch. I went there, and then she said that she wanted to show me how she had gotten so rich. So she had this waist chain that she had once showed to me and said, "This is what gives me money." We went to her bedroom. She then put it on the bed, and suddenly I saw that it started breathing. It was moving. I got scared and I said, "Look at what is going on. That waist chain that you have put on the bed, it is now moving around." And when she showed me this, I got so scared. She was like, "No, do not be afraid." And then she gave me a glass of water to drink, and I felt so much better. After that, that was when she started punching me in the chest, and then she rubbed some oil on my breast to make me calm down. She then took a red cloth, and after that, I saw that there was a snake on the bed. She took a clay plate, and then she started burning some incense, and then that snake, it started vomiting. I had never seen a snake vomit so much, and this snake was hissing, and I saw money that was coming out of its mouth. And then she said to me, if you want money like this, I can take you to the place where I was able to get this snake. You can have the same snake so that you can make money. You'll never worry about money ever in your life. So I've been thinking about it since she told me that amongst my kids, there is one who is supposed to suffer so that the rest of us can enjoy. I'm really scared and I don't know what am I supposed to do. I have prayed all of my life. I don't know if God loves me or not. Whom should I try, God or the devil? Because I am stuck here and I need help urgently. Dear listeners, right there was a narration of a message that was sent to me by one of our sisters. She wants advice whether she should go and be given a snake just like a friend or not. Let us talk about this in the comment section.